Hi Martha folks, this is Elina. Today I would like to share some of my experience, some of my thoughts about starting from scratch, about starting from zero, revamping your entire life. For me, it also includes moving to a new country. But first of all, I wanted to ask you to subscribe to this channel if this content is interesting for you, and hit the like button in order to help the YouTube algorithm understand some important things. So yeah, I have a bit of the experience moving to a new country, starting from scratch, revamping my entire life and my professional directions, my priorities, my career goals and things like that. And I'm really excited to share some of my thoughts on the subject. Maybe it will be helpful to you. So currently I'm living in my 4th country and in my 6th city. And every time I was moving, I loved the experience, really, besides maybe one time. Because it's a tremendous opportunity to start all over again. In fact, it's not even as scary as it might seem to be when you know your real purpose and your goals. Of course, for me, every time it's a better start because I'm wiser, I'm more experienced, I know more languages, and I'm just better at dealing with difficult situations. But first of all, it's really important to understand why exactly you want to start it all over. Analyze what you want to change about your current situation and figure out whether you really need to move to a new country in order to do that. To be honest, it's a drastic change which might be necessary for certain goals, but in reality, it's not always the case. So, going back to setting goals and doing what you love. And the video on setting goals is above. Make sure to watch it after you watch this video if you haven't seen it yet. You know, it's all connected because goals have to do directly with what you're doing for life. And if you don't clearly understand your goals, there is no way you can direct your life into what you want it to be. And no way you can proceed with planning. Sometimes on a 1, 2 to 5 year basis. Some of you might think 5 years, why so far into the future? Well, I would say, why not? I'm getting in trouble. You can always change your mind and plan differently. What the? But at least you'll have a structure. At least you'll know the direction where you're going with your life. Because aiming for 5 years from now, even roughly, will help you backtrack to now and determine your needs and actions for the next year, quarter, month, week, and even today. Now, it's important to analyze what you will need and to optimize for this. For instance, if you'll need to complete a study program, set it as a priority and do a research on the schools, programs, professors, requirements, disciplines, and so on. If you need to look for a new job, concentrate on this. Similarly, with all the other situations, family, health, career related, think of what's the most important thing and prioritize what matters at the moment. Keep asking yourself, what kind of a job do you want? What do you want to do? What do you need in order to get there? You'll have to know these things and steps for yourself before you know what to look for. If you need to move to a new country, study the language, the bureaucracy, the rules, the traditions. Enter various groups on social media. Get engaged with the community in advance. Try to find new acquaintances, friends, even if you don't know anyone. There are people, and they're really great people out there, you know. Why wouldn't you want to meet them? In other words, be active. And important, don't break rules, especially if it's not your home country of which you're holding a citizenship. Because you risk not only being arrested, but also having problems with the immigration office. And in some cases, even being deported and having a mark in your passport so you cannot enter that country ever again. I know cases like this, and believe me, they are really bad. If you break some important rules while you are on a temporary residence permit and you have issues with the immigration office, you risk never having a chance to obtain a permanent residency, which is quite a bummer if that is one of your goals. So again, be smart, plan from the beginning, plan 3 to 5 years in advance, especially if a permanent immigration is one of your goals, if it's something you are looking for in your life. Generally, I think that rebuilding one's life, revamping, rethinking is a good cleanup for the physical, mental, cognitive and spiritual aspects of your life. Every big change requires planning, weighing options, perhaps learning a new language and/or acquiring a new skill. All these things make one a better, wiser, a more experienced individual. It's a completely unique feeling when you are in a new country and you know you must do your absolute best in order to get anywhere at all, since you are starting again from zero, kind of, and you can't waste any time, because that would mean wasting your life. You can't take things for granted anymore. It really helps the brain prioritize. Let me know in the comments in how many countries you've lived, or if you changed your profession, for example, how did it go? When was there a major revamp for you and how did you feel about it? Thumbs up for this channel if this was interesting or thought-provoking or helpful in any way. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!